I remember the days when your laugh was the only song I knew the lyrics to. I remember how some days your eyes were the only proof of God I needed, and I remember your hands. I remember how tight they would hold mine and how warm they always felt. Today, I miss holding those hands. Sometimes I forget when it was that you decided it would be okay to let go. Was a blank space somewhere in between when I stopped loving you and started hating you, and most days I choose to let it be blank. It has been years since the last time your hands have held mine, but some days I wake up, and even though I know that you are not there, my hand still reaches for your body on the other side of the bed. My love, you are still my love. If I had to make a list of all the things I've done right in my life, loving you would be the only thing I could write down. I was so good at it. I was so good with you. We were so good with each other, but you let money tell you who your heart could beat for, and I let a degree sign our death certificate, and I haven't forgiven either of us since, because we used to love like our lives depended on it. We used to laugh like our smiles would keep the blood running in our veins, and we used to dance. We used to dance like our lips needed a break, so we let our bodies speak instead, and I remember the day we called it quits. I remember how you wiped my tears and told me it would be okay, but I swear I could have sworn I seen one drop from your eyes too. And they told me love could conquer all, but there we were, on the edge of the bed, 5 years dedicated to each other, now deciding what to do with our degrees. I wanted to go back to school and chase my master's, and you had just gotten an offer in Seattle, one you thought you couldn't pass up, and I would never ask you to choose me over your dreams, but that night I wanted so badly to do just that. They never told me how loud a heartbreak could be. They say they usually happen silently. Like as the days go on, your heart just adds up crack after crack until the I'm sorry's don't do the job anymore, and it crumbles underneath the weight of another mistake. But you broke my heart like a thunderstorm, and I never saw it coming. Leave it to us to be the anomaly. Of course, our heartbreak couldn't be silent because we loved like a 40-man band, loud and beautiful and loud and beautiful. My love, how do I love someone else when you still have all the best parts of me? How do I move past us when all I still want is us? And every time the clock hits 11:11, I wish for a time machine, one so big it could swallow all of our mistakes and erase every single one of our goodbyes. And I want it to get jammed, so we can be stuck on hello. I want to say hello to you every day for the rest of my life. Hello, hello, hello. My love, you were my favorite hello. Because of you, I made it to 22. The day I almost ended it all, your voice was the only thing telling me no. Your love was like CPR on a drowning child. I thought I'd die without it. After that year of pain, I wanted nothing more but to fall asleep and not wake up, but you promised me that if I kept waking up, you would keep being there so I could get to say hello, and I feel like I still owe you for that. You told me I don't, but I think even my pulse knows I do, because it races every time you get near me. I never believed in fairy tales, but somehow I was convinced that we'd have a happy ending. I guess the glass slipper never fit. Yet you are still my prince, and you have always been my best friend. So despite everything, I am still yours. So if you ever need a smile to get you through another one of those days where you want to do nothing but lay in bed, check in your pocket. I left mine with you. I don't need it anymore, there's not much to smile at over here, so you can have it. If you ever have a nightmare or trouble sleeping and you need a bed to crawl into for the night, you can crawl into mine. I know how much you love it when the moonlight peeks through the curtains and falls asleep on your pillow right next to you. You used to say the moon would slip into her bedroom on days when she just yearned to see what true love looks like. So if you want your side of the bed back, you can have that too. If you ever just want to sing and dance in the park at 1 a.m., I'll bring my dancing shoes. And I'll bring you a pair too, because I know that you often forget about the things you need the most. If you ever need a home, These two arms will always be here to welcome you, and if one day you get tired of these arms, I will take my heart and build a home out of these broken pieces, and then you can call it your own. At least then it will belong to its rightful owner. They say the worst of the pain should come at night, but I tell them they are wrong. Missing you hurts most on sunny days. They ask me why. I tell them that when you believe someone is the light of your life, it is hard to accept something else as brighter. I tell them dancing in the rain is easy, but living in the sun without you is impossible. I tell them the darkness has become my most trusted friend. I tell them the darkness doesn't judge, doesn't rub his absence in my face. I say the sun never asks if I want her warmth. The sun leaves a shadow where your body used to rest. I ask them, how do I learn to live in the light when every beautiful thing reminds me of you? Is this not torture? To be surrounded by everything I love and not be able to share it with you. My love, we loved like earthquakes. So as much as it kills us to admit it, we should have known that in the end, we'd shatter everything.